The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is TVWAN News. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, Pacific leaders sign agreement, landowners back peace restoration, and PNG Rugby Championships. To conclude the two-day U.S. PIC's Leaders Summit, the leaders have signed a declaration on U.S.-Pacific partnership today. The Prime Minister returns home tomorrow.
The proposed declaration include, amongst others, a resolve by the leaders to strengthen the U.S.-Pacific partnership, commitment to bolstering Pacific regionalism, addressing climate change together, ensure the partnership supports the advancement of economic growth and sustainable development in the Pacific. The joint U.S.-Pacific Partnership Declaration also addresses support for each other during natural disasters, support the Blue Pacific, and laws that govern it. The leaders are also committed towards peace and security across the Blue Pacific region. The proposed joint U.S.-Pacific Islands Countries Declaration will guide the U.S.-Pacific partnerships in the implementation of the resolutions through mutual respect, transparency, and accountability. The two-day U.S.-Pacific Leaders Summit also noted that the officials will meet regularly, bilaterally, and collectively to ensure that the U.S.-Pacific partnership continues to deliver practical results for the people in the Pacific and the world. Meantime, Prime Minister James Marape will be flying home via Brisbane, Australia on Friday, September 30th, ending almost 2 weeks of overseas engagements. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
The Aid Ocean team, a group of humanitarians originally from France, have now completed phase 1 of the excursion travel around New Ireland province. The team traveled on the 14th of September in the Buk region, and phase 1 was completed on the 24th of September on the island of Lambomin in the southwest corner of New Ireland. President of Aid Ocean, Maureen Bayer, said the team ran out of vaccines that were originally planned for 2 months. Fortunately, the team restocked in Kokopo to complete the second part of the mission at the remote islands of Tonga. Aid Ocean saw 367 children and carried 1,025 eggs immunization in the first 10 days. Key landowner groups of the Porgera mine area have signed an agreement to provide support for peace restoration efforts in the Porgera Valley. Porgera Landowners Association and the newly established Lease for Mining Purpose Landowners Association convened to discuss a way forward to restore normalcy.
An agreement has been signed to provide support for peace restoration efforts in the Porgera Valley by key landowner groups of the Porgera mine area. They have undertaken to fund the logistics, administration, and accommodation requirements for a group of identified strategic leaders in anticipation for the reopening of the Porgera mine. Last weekend, PLOA Chairman Tony Mark Ekepa, LMPLO Chairman Timothy Andambo signed a contract with Puluperale Limited, a local company, to provide these services. The signing took place at Yoko, witnessed by members of the Porgera Crisis Management Committee, Restoring Justice Initiative, and Barrick New Guinea Limited, including the Mineral Resource Authority through Porgera Project Coordinator Joe Kak. The contract is for a period of 1 month, and the services will be provided to affected strategic leaders identified by the Crisis Management Committee. The leaders expressed that the tribal conflict, which started near Kairik in 2020 between the Ayala and Nomali clans, spread across many other clan boundaries, leaving death in the hundreds, destruction of properties, shutdown of basic government services, abductions, fear, and suffering. They said that with the strong public outcry from the communities compounded with lack of leadership from authorities, it was incumbent to initiate this kind of support as leaders on the ground. Jasmine Nero, TVWAN News.
Education Minister Jimmy Uguro has urged all school administration and boards of governors to use the school funds well. He said all government funds must be acquitted. Minister Uguro stressed that school administrations and boards must not use government funds as ATM machines, but use it for school teaching and learning purposes. He said given the high rate of inflation affecting the country, schools could be affected. Rabaul District now has a community justice service center to coordinate its law and justice services. Minister for Justice and Attorney General Pilar Niningi, Justice Secretary Dr. Eric Hua, Solicitor General Tauvasa Tanovasa, Rabaul MP Graham Pinayao, including provincial and district officers, officiated at the event yesterday. The Rabaul District Community Justice Service Center was funded through counterpart arrangement between Rabaul DSIP and the Department of Justice and Attorney General. Minister for Justice and Attorney General Pilar Niningi said justice services are present at the communities through village courts, but it is quite difficult to communicate and run programs with magistrates, peace officers and clerks, hence Community Justice Service Center was introduced. He said in the long run, the newly commissioned Justice Center will help address the ongoing law and order issues in the electorate. While acknowledging the support of the Rabaul DDA in this vital project, Minister Niningi called on the people of Rabaul to support the work of law enforcement officers and to maintain peace. Rabaul District Administrator Benedict Mode said the center would be a one-stop shop in the district to ensure justice services is accessible to the people in the communities. He said the center will be a hub for justice officers in the district, adding that the district was proud to be one of the sub-national institutions to deliver government policy. This is TV1 News. After the break, Cancer Foundation launches tournament and designers to showcase their fashion pieces.
With BSP Internet Banking, you can enjoy your banking at home, at work, or wherever you are. BSP Personal Internet Banking allows you to view your accounts and transactions, transfer money, bill pay, schedule future payments, or access your bank statements. Visit your nearest BSP branch to register now. BSP Internet Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want flame rice. New flame rice. Win him, Olgeta.
Ton, Hino ton. Dreaman yet.
If you can't stop thinking about the Hino range of trucks, then you better drive one today. Hino.
Ton.
right across the nation. We eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young plan alapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Yumi sabe osem COVID-19 senisim life belong Yumi. Senisim how Yumi sabe kampun one time. You may think more belong health belong Yumi lotete. Ino olsem before. That's all. Yumi sabe olsem senis na nubla pasin lo make him all something and help him Yumi come up healthy and strong more.
Yumi olgeta mas wag bung one time. Long banisim Yumi yet long sick COVID-19 na strong im country belong Yumi. Long panim out mo long display COVID-19 suit go long how sick staff close to long you or ring him display number 1-800-200.
Welcome back. PNG Cancer Foundation launched the 2022 Mousegrass Futsal Tournament at the Paradise Private Hospital on Wednesday. The tournament will happen on the 4th and 5th of November at the Sir John Guy's Indoor Complex Stadium. The two-day tournament will commence with a quota of 20 teams at 4,000 kina per team of 10 players at the registration.
The event's major sponsors are PNG Ports Corporation, Number 1 Trophy, PETA Limited, and Paradise Private Hospital, who were all present at the event. During the program, a minute silence was observed in honor of late CEO of PNG Ports Corporation, Fego Kiniafa, under whose leadership the first sponsorship was granted. PNG Cancer Foundation Executive Manager Priscilla Napoleon thanked the event stakeholders and supporters for their support in the first ever futsal tournament that will be hosted by PNGCF.
Thank you to our sponsors, PNG Ports, PPH, CPL, PETA Limited, and PNG Number 1 Trophy Limited to come on board to support this event. This is actually the first of its kind for the foundation, using this as a fundraising initiative, but more or less really bringing out promoting healthy lifestyle choices through sports.
She explained that futsal is a 7-a-side soccer game where you can have 5 or 7 men depending on tournament rules. It will also be incorporating health sessions with Dr. Chalapo from Paradise Private Hospital.
So the month of November is internationally celebrated as the Men's Cancer Awareness, though it differs in other countries. Sometimes they do their celebrations for men's health awareness in June or July, but globally it's done in November, so it's usually called Movember. However, at the foundation, we've now contextualized it to call it the Mousegrass Campaign.
Napoleon added PNG Cancer Foundation calls it Mousegrass Campaign to be relevant when they enter communities, so they speak the language that is understood as a campaign for men rather than using a foreign term like Movember. Napoleon challenged the men folk to get up and go, whether it's going to exercise, getting screened, or eating a healthy meal. The challenge is to take action and take ownership of your health by getting up and going. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
Meanwhile, Dr. Chalau of Paradise Private Hospital expressed concern that cancer is not given prominence in the country, while acknowledging PNG Cancer Foundation and its partners in undertaking innovative ways to raise prominence of cancer through public awareness. He raised his concern during the launch of the 2022 Mousegrass Futsal Tournament.
Dr. Chalau, who has 4 decades of experience in health space, will be the keynote speaker at the event. He emphasized on the importance of staying fit and healthy.
I am proud to be here, working at Paradise Hospital and partnering with the Cancer Foundation and all the other partners as well in this drive towards handling and tackling cancer. And I would like to say here that, let me put it this way, in football, I'm seeing these two things in front of me in a way that we are going to kick out cancer. So this is probably the start. Yeah. And you just told me that it's a first of its kind. So let's make this event an event that we all aim to kick out cancer.
Paradise Private Hospital Finance Director Janet Sears thanked PNG Ports as the major sponsors and Number One Trophy as the prize sponsors for giving their support for this event. Sears said PNG Ports contributed 10,000 kina towards the event.
Cancer for men is such a huge challenge in Papua New Guinea because as I hear from my doctor's reports, before they never used to detect male cancer. It was rare, hardly. But now it's become, parents doctor, how many? They're detecting maybe a few every month, prostate? Every week. Every week, 2 every week, that's the increase that we are talking about.
SIOS and the Paradise Private Hospital team have been working closely with the foundation since the beginning of this year by giving technical health support and advice with the implementation of programs. The Masquerade Futsal Tournament will include exhibition spaces for supporters and basic health checks that will be ongoing throughout the event. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
The Miss Pacific Island pageant, the PNG, held a press conference yesterday to introduce the designers who will be showcasing their fashion pieces for Palmolive Project Runway 2022, including special guest designer from Fiji. 9 local designers will also be vying for the competition categories in traditionally inspired dress, day wear and evening wear.
MPIP PNG held a press conference yesterday where they introduced the 10 designers that will be showcasing their amazing designs at the Palmolive Project Runway 2022 at the Alabai Bar and Grill. Among the 10 designers was special guest designer from Fiji, Michael Mausio, from the House of Mausio, who is no stranger to PNG, having set his first set of designs 4 years ago in Port Moresby, and taking back with him inspired colors created on his designs. The 9 local designers will be dressing 50 models on the Palmolive Project Runway with the hopes of winning prizes that will be awarded for Best Traditionally Inspired Dress at 8,000 kina, Best Evening Wear at 5,000 kina, Best Day Wear or Toana at 3,000 kina, and consolation prizes worth 1,500 kina. The theme of this year's runway is called Nupala Pasin, Nupala Style, which will feature new styles and latest trends set by PNG. MPIP chairperson Molly O'Rourke was overwhelmed by the turnout of designers and looks forward to the weekend's event.
So I'm really excited, as you have heard. I cannot wait, because each design is going to bring something that represents them.
We spoke with 2 PNG designers on their thoughts for the coming event and how fashion is key for change, development and empowerment.
I do it for fun, but it gives us a platform to be creative, but also for a great cause. All the proceeds go towards the scholarship fund. They go towards, uplifting, supporting young Papua New Guinean women.
But this year I was really planning to take on MPIP and get into that creative space again and do things. So it should be interesting on Saturday night.
Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
Meanwhile, the Miss Pacific Islands pageant PNG introduced a special guest designer, Michael Mausio, the founder of the House of Mausio, a well-known fashion brand based in Suva, Fiji. This is Mausio's second time to grace our country in being a part of the fashion industry events. Michael says that from his last trip to Papua New Guinea, he was inspired by the culture and colors, therefore incorporated these ideas in his designs, putting a whole new range of products when he returned to Fiji.
I came 4 years ago to launch my label in PNG. So I'm hoping to get inspired again on this trip. I see a long-term relationship between our two organizations. Fashion is something that's actually in our culture and in our blood. A lot of people always assume it's a foreign concept, but it's actually a Pacific concept. We've all lived with it, so moving forward, definitely have a long relationship that I foresee with our two organizations. I return back to Fiji on the 13th of October, but I am expected to come back to PNG a few months later.
You're watching TV1 News. In sports, PNG RU 15's championships on and Hamamas Long Pillai ends.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Susan, I want something. And Sunshine Nutri-Strong. And Nupla Blue Pla packet Sunshine milk.
Ah, Sunshine got Nupla Blue Pla packet milk.
Yes, and good pla walk coffee, tea, na bake him scone too. Sunshine Nutri-Strong. And scale or make him Milo or milk belong all picking long drink too.
Nice, yeah.
And now Sunshine Nutri-Strong. And we got vitamins and minerals too.
Sunshine Nutri-Strong, the new nutritious milk from Sunshine.
Yumi save sem COVID-19 senisim life belong yumi. Senisim how yumi save kampun one time. You may think more belong health belong yumi lotete ino olsem before. That's all. Yumi save olsem senis na nubla pasin lo make him all something and help him yumi come up healthy na strong more.
Yumi olgeta mas wag bung one time long banisim yumi yet long sick COVID-19 na strong im country belong yumi. Long panim out mo long display COVID-19 suit go long house sick staff plus tulong you or ring him display number 1-800-200.
Ton, Hino ton. Driman yet.
If you can't stop thinking about the Hino range of trucks, then you better drive one today. Hino.
Ton.
Welcome back. For Rugby Union Associations, Morobe, East New Britain, NCD and Capital Rugby Union will converge in Port Moresby this weekend for the Kumul Petroleum PNG Rugby Men's 15 Championships. The championships will be staged over 3 days from October 1st, 5th and 8th at the new home of PNG Rugby, the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium.
The long-awaited National 15s Championship starting this weekend is prerequisite as part of PNG RU selection process to finalize the national team bookbooks for the upcoming Oceania Rugby 15s Championships from October 22 to 29 at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium. The 4 teams are Emma Heads of Lae, Kayas of Kokopo and Rabaul, and 2 Port Moresby select teams, Capital Rugby and NCD Rugby. PNG RU Competition Manager Paul Joseph has confirmed the arrival of Morobe Heads and East New Britain Kayas, who are ready to challenge the 2 Moresby teams. Joseph said the teams play each other once and the team with most points will be declared outright winners. He added Emma Heads and Kayas are probably the best 2 prepared sides since July, while the Moresby teams just concluded their respective finals. Most importantly, the aim of the championships is to give players the opportunity to impress national selectors and head coach Sydney Wesley for a spot in the final PNG Pupuk 15 squad for the Oceania Championships. Games will be staged this Saturday, 1st October, Wednesday, 5th October, and Saturday, 8th October at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium. Joseph is again urging players, officials, and spectators to observe and abide by the game day venue protocols at all times. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
A 7-week school program integrating water, sanitation and hygiene and well-being awareness into netball skills training in schools in central provinces. Hiri district is drawing to a close. A total of 400 students, 200 boys and 200 girls from 10 schools in Hiri East and West districts participated.
The Amamas Longpilai program is an initiative of One Netball PNG in partnership with Netball Australia, WaterAid PNG and Netball PNG, supported by the PNG Australia Partnership through the Australian Sports Partnership Program. Hiri West schools include Yobuna Koba, Porabada, Boira, Papa and Lelea primary schools, while Hiri East schools included Gaire, Barakau, Tubuserea, Semedagoda and Kerakadi primary schools. The HLP program utilizes netball as a vehicle to deliver WASH outcomes in schools. 2 programs delivered include Come and Play the Shorter and the longer 7 weeks Amamas Longpilai program. High-profile Australian netball player Macy Nenkivel from the Adelaide Thunderbirds was special guest at the tournament and closing event of the HLP program at Barakau Village. Sally Caldwell, Market Development Officer from Netball Australia, who travelled with Macy to PNG, spoke to students at Barakau Village.
Really hope that you enjoy playing netball. There's lots of really great things that can come from playing netball. You know, you can learn really great teamwork and it's really good to develop your communication and leadership skills.
WaterAid PNG Director of Programs Navara Kiene thanks students, teachers and partners in the event, including representatives from Netball PNG, Netball Australia and Australian High Commission for being part of the closing event and tournament, as well as for the overall partnership over nearly 5 years since 2017.
Sports is such a powerful tool to use. I mean, apart from, you know, the health benefits of participating in sport, it's also a great way to mobilize, and it's such a great way to bring everyone together to learn and raise awareness on life skills as well as hygiene.
Schools were presented with sports equipment during the program. Frida Kana, TV1 News.
And that wraps up the news tonight. Remember to apply the following simple measures to prevent transmission of the coronavirus. Regularly wash your hands with soap and water, cough or sneeze into your elbow, and exercise social distancing. If you are feeling sick, please stay at home. You can also call the COVID-19 hotline number for more information or assistance. Have a safe weekend. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.